What does it mean to be an artist? Well, that's kind of a tough question, and honestly one I've been trying to answer myself. Can anybody be one? Is there a moment or a milestone or some kind of unspoken rule that grants you the right to call yourself an artist? I see so many people online that are amazing at photographing, painting, sculpting, designing, and so on and so forth, and they still don't like to call themselves an artist. So how come when they're clearly gifted at what they're doing? Is it not enough to be technically talented? Also, when am I allowed to call myself an artist? That's currently my number one question. I conceptualize, I work with other creatives, I photograph, I have ideas that I try to put out there, and I basically try to always do my best work, but does that still make me an artist or just a creative person? Is there a difference? The other day I posted an Instagram story inviting my friends to share their thoughts and their opinion about what does it mean to be an artist. I got flooded with answers, with each friend having their own opinion and definition on what it means to be an artist. For example, one person said, it is mastering the basic techniques before going further. Then someone else saying the whole process of the art that has been created by them. Another friend claiming that being an artist is about trying to, no matter what your art is, as long as you never surrender. And also the will of trying. I think from all the answers I've received, my favorite one was someone who creates. As simple as that. Someone who observes and transforms. Take Basquiat, for example, who started painting on the streets of New York with his raw, expressive art, later defining a generation. Or Haruki Murakami, who never set out to be a writer, but started one day just because he felt like it. Neither of them followed a set path, they just created. In order to be an artist, you also don't necessarily need to be good at something. It requires no special skill set. In fact, anybody can be an artist. Some just produce more art than others. And if someone's a good artist, well, I think everybody has the right to answer that question themselves. But also, this is irrelevant. Everybody will have their own definition and viewpoint on this. I actually also think that anything can be art. An artist doesn't have to necessarily create something physical. It can just be a thought or the way you view life. I actually think it's beautiful and freeing to know that the question, what is an artist, is completely irrelevant. And that the question perhaps should be shifted from what does it mean to be an artist to what does it mean to create. Giving yourself or someone else the title artist is clearly easy. I mean, everybody can be one. There's no special skill required. Everybody is able to observe and create, but allowing yourself to fail, to look silly, even unskillful, or just exposing yourself to be the most vulnerable, freeing your thoughts and exposing the way you view life, stripping yourself down to the soul. That's what it means to be an artist. Because art talks about experience. It's the story. It's the thought. So, can I call myself an artist? Well, I think so. I mean, I honestly don't think I'm living up to that title yet. I mean, I have created and I'm creating right now, but I also think that it comes hand in hand with consistency. Not just because I've painted one painting in my life can I call myself an artist. I think it's also the constant act of creating. So with this new information at hand, I kind of feel also more free, not so pressured, and not so restricted in calling myself an artist. It doesn't need to be perfect. I just observe, create, and continue doing the next thing. So what about you? Would you call yourself an artist?